Howdy folks, StreetCat74 here. Welcome back to Minecraft Mondays. Um, Not really doing anything spectacular today, just working a little bit with some villagers. And I'm going to be doing that over here on Furatex. I'll show you my shop in the mall right quick that I've endlessly expanded. Hey Fluff. You'll see there's a few changes to my base. This is a phantom trap. The trap is I stand in the glass, they run into it, and then go up and get caught on the fence or on that glass, and then I jump out with either a looting 2 sword or my bow, because fuck you, that's why. And yeah, I'm not going to attempt to not swear, but I'm going to try not to swear as much. As you can see, I've got my little turtle enclosure here. Somewhere is my little puffer fish. He's usually in here somewhere. Yeah, I can't see him now. But these guys here have been kind of flocking together, or whatever fish do like that. Ah, there's Puffer. There's Puffy. Let's see, if we step down here, he'll puff up. Yeah, there he is. There's Puffy. Okay. Here's my chicken cooker. I'm going to end up moving this, which is why there aren't any chickens or any baby chicks in there. I have to build up my egg reserve first. So I'm going to let these guys lay a bunch of eggs. And when I move this, I'm going to hook it up so that it automatically goes into the shooter. But I'm still going to trigger this manually. Because, well, it's a lot easier. Pick that up and just drop it in there. You'll notice I've got a phantom membrane. That proves my little phantom trap there works. Couple other changes going on here. Let me toss this in my ender chest. I've expanded my cactus farm. There's the manual way to climb up there when you don't have the ability to fly. Which I do at least until my donator status runs out, which is, it's only really good for like 30 days. Pardon, I'm having a bad sinus morning. Let me snort something right quick. Ah, damn it. Oh, there it goes. Pop some nasal stuff so that it'll clear out. So, I could have made this wider. I decided not to just because, well, I'm lazy. Let's see, is it working? Yes, it's working. I cleared that out the other day, so it's going. It's not particularly fast, but it's going. I did expanded on my cocoa bean farm here by a lot, because I used to only have the 4 blocks of jungle wood, so I'd get a couple cocoa beans, so I've expanded it by, yeah, like a lot, 8 times as big, and I did a collection system. You'll notice that there's a 1 block gap here, and if we throw the switch, water comes down, knocks all the cocoa beans off. Now the water doesn't have to run for very long, so I will probably change that out for, oh wait a minute, no I can't. Unless I put a NOT gate in there. Right. Okay, never mind. Let me show you how this works. I need 2 stacks of cocoa beans. And I start in this corner. I go up one side. Down the other. And yeah, this is pretty much mostly what I do in Minecraft is, you know, farming stuff. So this is fairly typical, you know, once an hour or so I'll come over here and take care of my farming stuff, and wow, that one popped really quick. You'll notice I got to this back corner just as I ran out of cocoa beans. So if we switch to the other side, we'll be able to get all of these cocoa beaned up and run out. I haven't actually checked how many cocoa beans I get out of here, but I know for each one of the fully grown pods you get 3 cocoa beans. It only takes 1 to get them going again here, so the math would be easy. It takes 2 stacks, so we should get 6 stacks every harvest. As you can see, some of them are already going. I thought I saw one that was already completely done, but apparently not. But if I wanted to make it go faster, I could always hit them with bone meal. And it's not like I'm ever going to run out of bone meal. I mean, you think that's a lot. You haven't seen anything yet. So here's the... You know what I just realized? I'm not getting sound through my headset. Why? Ah, there it goes. Because I had the volume down on my headset. Sorry about that. I don't necessarily need to hear myself speaking, so... My sugarcane farm, this is not a lossless system. But it doesn't need to be. As you can see, I get plenty. My pumpkin and melon farm, I'm actually getting way too many for the amount of stuff that's actually selling. I finally got a farmer, and there was a couple of zombies running around here. That's why these guys are completely encased in glass. I need to work out a better system here, but I've got a farmer now, this guy. The rest of these are, let's see, I think he's a Fletcher, and those are, he's either a, yeah, I think he's a Fletcher. Or no, he's a shepherd. That's right. I got rid of the Fletcher because I don't use them. I don't need arrows. Trust me when I say I don't need arrows, and I'll show you why here in a moment. Okay, still doing pretty good on the iron farm. Here's my 2 horses, Long Dong Silver and Lady Is a Tramp. For those of you that get that reference. And as we can hear, my villagers are all nice and fat and happy. I came in here and gave them carrots the other day, so there should be a few babies running around. Not that I can see them with their all clumped together like that. Well, we can hear the baby in here someplace. Ah, there he is. There we go. And we're about to get attacked, so let's... Where is he? I can hear him, I just can't see him. Let's come in here. Ah, there he is. I see him now. Come get me, you little bastard. Here he comes. I want to show you that this actually works fairly well. It doesn't have to be made out of glass, but it definitely helps, at least for these 3 blocks here. Come on, come on. Come get me. You can put the ladder down there. Doesn't matter. But you don't want to accidentally get caught on top of it either. He's just hanging out there for some reason. Nest. Every once in a while he puts on a spurt of speed, and I just barely missed him there. Okay, let's do this the other way then. Come here. Come here. Come here, you bastard. Oh, you're going to take a bite out of me as you swing past, huh? And another one's going to hit me from behind, so let's... There we go. Come here, come here. Where are you going? The diving and spinning around part that I hate the most. There we go. Okay, so let's make that a non-issue anymore. See, I got 2 phantoms and 3 membranes. Here's my Ritz Deluxe bed here. Let it go gray, and then leave the bed. That should make it so that they don't spawn again. Here's my deluxe. Where's my bird? My bird's missing. Why is my bird missing? I had a bird. My birdie was right here. Is he on my shoulder? No, he's not on my shoulder, so where the hell did my bird go? Great, my bird despawned. Son of a... He took forever to find, too. Here's my bone throne, by the way. And just stand here. We don't have the sit in a chair mods for this server, but, you know, kind of a Emperor Palpatine bone throne thing going on here. Just because, you know, I can. I've been sorting through my, my enchanted books. And yeah, there's some bad words on there because, well, I swear. I swear a lot. Oh, have I shown you this? I got 1 piece of mycelium from somebody, and I made my mushroom farm down here. I need to expand this so I can do brown mushrooms and red mushrooms. But I put the trapdoor there, and it's a waterlogged trapdoor, so that when I fall from up here, the water keeps going down, so I can get it out of there. I've got my super smelter here. What's really super about it is they all feed into 1 chest. Now normally if you jump in there you'd get stuck, but I've got these ladders here, and as you can see I do a lot of kelp. I've got a kelp farm. There's my bird. What's my bird doing down here? Really? You're gonna pull that up? Okay, go there. This way. I'm gonna hop off. And no, he jumped off again. Okay, we can't go down that way, so we go this way. If I can actually get in the hole. Okay, now where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, hear the noises he's making? Because somewhere there's a damn zombie. Did he make it up? No, he doesn't. Okay, bird doesn't go through water. So, there's that. Where is he? There he is. Now I'm going to hop. And when he lands, set. That way I know where the hell you are, you little bugger. Okay, those in there. As you can see, I have a map of my realm. Oh, that's one of the other things I changed. I got rid of some of my chorus plants because those aren't selling at all. I mean, literally, nobody's bought any of that since I built it, so I expanded my farm out this way. As you can see, I've got wheat and potatoes going right now. 8 bays of wheat, 8 bays of potatoes, because I'm a little low on those. I have more carrots than I know what to do with. Matter of fact, last batch I just threw in the lava here because I've got 2 completely stuffed full double chests of carrots. Speaking of being stuffed full, actually one quick thing here. Ignore that in the background. That's somebody else's base. I don't think they've even been on since I joined the server, but if you take a I want to say spruce, but if you take the it's spruce. If you take 4 spruce saplings and you hit them with bone meal, it makes a super spruce, and it changes the dirt into this podzol stuff, or whatever the hell that's called. But it takes silk touch to pick that stuff up. Here's my skelly grinder. And I made a couple of changes down here too. Let me show you that right quick. First thing I'm going to do is show you that most of my dogs are down here. Well, I had more dogs, but a bunch of them died. You can see there's a double spawner there. How? I don't remember it becoming a double spawner. Huh. But they go into a little line here, and there's ice underneath that, so it'll push them. And then they go up a bubble column. But you'll notice we're hearing skellies dying, and I wasn't anywhere over there. And my dogs, they're sitting down. Well, only most of the dogs are sitting down. I've got doggies in minecarts here. They can't go anywhere. And if they're skeletons, they attack. I also expanded the amount of storage I got here. Let me chuck this over in here right quick. And you'll notice that fired right up. And I'm using bows, because I've got more dang bows than I know what to do with. I'm also getting a fair bit of chainmail. I'm actually going to start combining those so that I don't have to put up with quite as many of them. Again, that's another item that is just not selling in my shop. Actually, well, I haven't started selling in my shop, that's right. I've got an infinity bow, so I'll chuck those in there. Chuck the bones in here. And it doesn't look like I got a lot of bones, does it? Well, that's because they're all in my shop. These are various levels of bows that I'm building. I got some power 5 bows that I combine. Here's a power 4 with unbreaking. Here, these are all unbreaking bows, and these are others at various stages of assembly. I put all of the not crafted bows here. These are others that are awaiting assembly. And those are completed bows that I use to restock my shop. In fact, let's go ahead and go to my shop now. Well, I hear in a moment. But I want to show you one more thing. I heard weird noises here one day. So I came this way, and I followed the sounds, and I came over here, and I found a spider spawner. Caves spider spawner, specifically. Now, if you stand in this little hole, all the way back at the back corner of this little hole, they won't kill you. And they'll pop up and get stuck on that fence. And then you hit them with a looting sword. Come on, get a little closer. And then they go in here. I also have an auto kill, well, a manual kill feature. For when you don't want the experience, you just want the drops. Eventually, I'll put that on a timer. And then he goes into the hole. Right. But in any case, that's another thing I found. So I've got a cave spider spawner right next to my skelly spawner. I also have a zombie spawner. I guess we can do that right quick since we're here. I'll show you what that is here in a moment. I'll show you what that is later. That actually doesn't work right, so that's a failed project. But I've got a zombie spawner over here. This one isn't as necessary to have glass in it. But you can see there's the zombie spawner. They go up a bubble column. They actually go up way too far. So up on the surface, you'll see the little loop back. This is here for a reason, because if you stand here, the bubble column is actually behind that piece of cobble. But if you stand here, you're close enough to the spawner that they'll spawn, and they'll still land in here. Hit them with a looting sword, they go in the box. Leather, I just throw away leather. I don't even use it. So up here is my failed creeper farm. It fails because somebody nerfed the spawn rates. As you can see, I spent 4 hours up in my AFK box, which is the little glass box. You can't see it. I don't have Optifine Zoom. Spent 4 hours in my creeper farm, and I got nothing for it, except a whole earful full of phantoms. And here's where the zombies, you can watch them as they go by. And I built this way too high up. It was only supposed to be about 120 blocks up, and I miscounted. I hit the calculator wrong. But here's my little AFK box, and I had to add in the corner bits here and across the top because the phantoms were getting to me when I'm standing here. Now, if I stood here, they'd hit me in the corners. And once they knocked me out of my box, and another one dive bombed me, and I went this way. But in any case, it's my creeper farm, and like I said, it doesn't work right. I don't know if it's just because the spawn rates have been nerfed or what, but you'll see that you can see right there that there's a half slab across the roof, and yeah, it doesn't work. So let's come down to here. This is also under a claim. Everything inside the little, well, it's not a fence, but marker, and I had to break the cobble there because I was getting zombies onto this track. This is a Nembomb, or however that's pronounced, villager breeder. I've got 2 villagers right there I can trade with. I've got another villager there, and this is the on-off switch for the village. For that village, specifically. And I put a couple extra doors there, compared to what Nembomb had, only because, well, I thought it'd be fitting. But, this doesn't actually work all that well. Because I have to come in here and trade to the last trade with both of those guys, and, well, they really don't have anything I like. I have to spend a lot of time in my zombie spawner, I have to spend a lot of time in my spider spawner. Neither one of those I really enjoy. So, but those guys are there, and when they're done, they kick out the little baby into the water here. Kick the baby! And then it gets picked up on this track. As you can see, it doesn't quite have enough energy to get up there, but you put something or somebody into it, and it'll go over, hit that, trigger this system. As you can see, I've got plenty of mine carts. After all, I own an iron farm. But if I turn that on, that'll lock this hopper. Not that it matters, they don't breed very much anyway. And I've got this set up so that when I lose the ability to fly, I can here, hop over here. Yeah, that shows you how good I am. Hop here, climb up here, be able to trade with these guys. I don't have to worry about that guy. He's completely encased. Nothing can get to him. Fortunately, air restrictions are not really a big thing in this game, so that guy won't suffocate. And then they just come down this track, and when they come off the end here, you'll see that there's another piece of track here. They're really slow to get to the end here, but that's okay. They get derailed anyway. The babies come out here. I push them up underneath. And then if they're useful, I stick them in one of these little boxes. Break that block, stick it down here so that they're kind of stuck in there so I can trade with them. So let's go to the mall. Warp. Mall. And this is an important thing for you guys to know. This is the Derg Mall. And here's the map and signs. And you'll see I have a shop on here. I don't know where in the legend it is. Oh, there it is. At E7. If you look at E7, here's the sign where we're standing now. There's E7. So my shop is literally right there. To the right, directly behind the sign, you'll see Stray Cat 74 at E7, and this is my Furporium. I've been doing a little bit of changing up in here too. I've got a donation box. I take donations if anybody wants to give me anything. I've got all kinds of food here. Let's see, beetroots. I'm a little low on those. Some the seeds. There's paper, lots of paper. More frickin' pumpkins than I know what to do with. Baked potatoes. Melons, as you can see, I've got plenty of melons. Netherrack. I actually used most of those to make all of this. Then I've got jungle wood, which I need to restock. Wool, I need to work on. Glass, somebody came out and bought out about half of my glass, so I'll need to restock that. Sugar cane, as you can see, I'm not going to run out anytime soon. Netherwort, which I'm the only person on this server that sells netherwort, and I have it as a pretty decent deal. I had some snowballs, but, you know, who's actually going to use snowballs? I mean, you use them to make snow blocks, but other than that, other than for decoration, I really don't have a lot on there. And as you can see, it's 1 cred for a stack, so it's not a big thing. I've got saddles, quartz, and as you can see here, bone blocks, I have aplenty. I've got some sea lanterns and redstone, and of course, best price on the server, 1 cred per ingot, iron. And yes, I restocked this yesterday, so iron sells pretty, it sells okay, not like great, but it does. I've got turtle eggs, and I had 9 stacks in here when I first started doing turtles. So I've sold a few, 3 stacks and a little bit. These don't really sell all that fast. 1 cred for a stack of arrows. As you can see, I'm not going to run out of arrows. Ooh, somebody bought a bow. Woohoo! So we'll throw some more bows in there. 1 cred, a tenth of a cred for 1 bow. I'm literally burning them in a furnace, so I'm not going to run out anytime soon. Turtle helmets, which is why I was breeding turtles, and this was full, and, well, they're not selling great. I'm also the only one to sell phantom membranes. There were 52 in here a couple of days ago, so I'm going to need to top that off eventually. Free to use ender chest. Custom enchanting by request. Here's feathers. I've never sold any feathers. I don't know why. You need feathers for making arrows, but I sell arrows over there for a lot cheaper, so I need to actually redo that price. Let me go ahead. Administrative stuff here. Shop. Number And let's do it right there. Greatly reduce the price on feathers. Cooked chicken, you get 8 for 2. And I've never sold any chicken either. Or beef for that matter. Wheat seeds, I've sold out of that twice now. And then carrots, as you can see, I'm not going to run out. I'm ignoring chat, so don't worry about that. Let's see, looking for dyes and decorative blocks, try the second level. So I've actually just opened this up, because it was starting to get a little crowded up in here. So I've got this wall of decorative blocks here, and as you can see, I'm not using all of them. Got cactus green, cocoa bean, rose red dyes, seagrass decorations, magma blocks. I'm the only one that sells magma blocks too. End rods, and again, I'm the only one that sells end rods, but nobody's buying. Dried kelp blocks, which is an excellent source of food. They're really cheap. And you'll get 8 kelp blocks for a single cred, so they'll last you a little while. Glowstone and glowstone dust. I know it looks like it's different, but 16 glowstone dust makes 4 glowstone. So it's the same price, it's just you get to choose whether you get dust or stones. And as you can see, I've got them set up in stacks of 4. I've got more room for down here. I'm going to turn this into some kind of little diner thing or whatever eventually. But then we have the stairs going down. Let's close that up. And this is staff only beyond this point. And you can see my vault. Now, I've got understair storage for chests, signs, extra arrows. Yeah, I'm not going to run out of arrows anytime soon, which is why I'm selling them so cheap. Matter of fact, yesterday, while I was grinding some bows, combining bows at my skelly spawner there, I literally threw away 2 full double chests of arrows into the lava. Because, well, nobody's buying them. So why should I store them? So I'm just tossing them out. A little necessary coffee there. So here is my office. If the light's on, come on in. So I push the button to get in my office here. As you can see, my ultra sophisticated storage desk. I've got crafting bench, brewing thing, an enchanting table, but that's just for decoration. And I threw that there because, well, I could. So here's my little desk that I stand at, and I've got my the office is open light here. My shucker box. My carpet-covered desk. I always thought that, green leather-covered desks were like the height of luxury and all that. So that's why I did green carpet here. I could have done a different carpet on the floor, but I just... You didn't see that. Nobody saw me. But I had plenty of green carpet, so why the hell not? And it's spilled out into the hallway here, or to the storage unit a little bit. So, yeah, that's my reinforced office here. Wrong one. There we go. So that's my shop in the mall. Like I said, directly behind the sign to the right. Stray Cats for Emporium. I do have price matching. I spent a couple of hours running around the mall the other day, and I wrote down all of the things that all the people sell that I might actually end up selling myself, and I price match. There's a couple of places where I deliberately undersell people, but that's because they were charging way too much to begin with. Here's another shop right next to mine. See, they got Prismarine. They do sea lanterns too. I think I'm undercutting them, but again, nobody's buying, so it doesn't matter. If you come in here, you'll see the conduit power thing light up, and they're doing all kinds of decorative blocks here. I don't sell any of this, well, except for the sea lanterns, and that's because I was raiding and had a silk touch pick and ended up with a bunch of sea lanterns, so I'm just trying to get rid of those. Here's Wolf George's shop. I buy almost all the coal he gets. He buys and sells, but then he complains that, people come in here and they trade 1,000 cred worth of whatever, and he's broke again. So he's got a sign that says, please limit withdrawals to 200 gold pieces. I rarely ever see anybody actually do that. But, this is one of the guys that I price match with. And yes, he does buy for half a cred and sell for 1 cred. He does custom shucker boxes on request, but I go into the nether and I hunt my own shucker boxes. He also runs a bank so that you can orchestrate trades with him, and then kind of like a pawn shop, he holds your stuff in until you can pay it back for loans, or he turns around and sells it again. There's other shops in the mall. Some of them haven't been set up. This one belongs to my friend Spotkins. He's got all the chests, but he doesn't have any signs or whatever's in there, so you can't actually buy from him. There's a couple other shops in the mall here. What was it? It wasn't this one. It was one of the other ones. It's this really awesome setup. Has a whole bunch of stuff listed, but no way to actually buy. Because you have to do the thing with the signs. You saw me do that with the sign down here when I was changing the thing on the feathers. Well, you have to do that or else nobody can buy and sell. I sell. I don't buy from people. If they want to sell me something, either they open their own shop or they orchestrate a trade with me while I'm online. I have no problems with that. So, let's see. Ooh, there we go. Let's go to my Blaze farm. This is another one of those Nembomb MC designs. I actually saw it from Mumbo Jumbo, and this took forever to clear out. It works off of AI pathfinding, and what will happen is they'll try to go in. See how he just kind of wanders in and he falls down the hole? He's trying to pathfind over to that block there because there's no place else for them other than glass to stand on. So they try to go stand on a solid block, get blocked by trapdoors, and fall down the hole. Yes, I have a auto kill feature, but I also have a looting sword. Stop bouncing, stop bouncing, stop bouncing. Go in the hole, thank you. And think of these guys over here. If you count 19 dings, 1, 2. These guys should now be 1 hit. And with the looting sword, we get a pretty decent take. This is one of the projects I took on. There was 2 spawners right next to each other, and that happens about 40% of the time, according to all of the things. There's a glass block on the top so they don't get stuck there, because if they're stuck up there, they won't pathfind. And it can take them several minutes to pathfind over. And once they drop below that level right there, they're no longer counted in the spawn rate, so that they will just endlessly collect here until, as you can see, they're pathfinding over. Sometimes it's a couple of seconds, sometimes it's a couple of minutes. They'll pathfind over and try to climb in here. Now, there's nothing actually in these. These are completely solid blocks. And then there's this gap back here. And this wall stays just outside of their pathfinding ability, so the only two blocks they can really get to is this one and that one there. As you can see, there's buttons there to prevent anything else from spawning in and affecting the spawn rate. So this is my Blaze Farm. There's a little thing for me to stand on here if I wanted to. And this is close enough that the spawners are still active. You can see that guy going down the hole, while being far enough away to not piss anybody off. I had a ghast show up here once and shoot at me. That was annoying. But they can't actually blow up most things. So let's get out of here. Let's go to homes. See, I've got an ice field, ice spikes biome, a home in the end, a mending dude, jungle, and creeper farm. But the creeper farm I need to delete. The creeper farm, that thing doesn't work. So let's just home. And that brings us back in here. I don't have a lot of diamond gear. This is my one of my good bows. This is where iron armor goes. Leather, this was mostly for show, just so I could have each of the types of armor. I've got gold over here, but I smelt down gold armor mostly because it's usually like almost completely dead, and gold armor is almost useless, but it's decorative. Here's chainmail. As you can see, my chainmail chest is just about full. Once I repair all of this, I'm going to start selling it in my shop at the mall. Of course, ender chest. I think I showed you this last time. My Cascade style netherwart farm. As you can see, there goes the water. And it all goes in the chest down here at the bottom. I'll need to replant that later. Not terribly worried about it. Here's my turtle farm. You can hear, if you listen, there's a minecart underneath here. That's because the sand is sitting on minecarts. When you breed the turtles, they lay their eggs on the sand. When the eggs hatch, they're little bitty baby turtles, and they're teeny tiny. They're so cute. Well, when the baby turtles turn into full-grown turtles, they drop a shoot. S-C-H-U-T-E. Yeah, shoot. And that's what gets collected. Also, once this gets, completely crowded, I kill off the turtles. You can see the seagrass, and oh, it just disappeared. That's because there's a hopper minecart underneath here picking that up. And I have a secret chest that goes into, and I'm not going to show you where it is because I don't want somebody breaking into my stuff. But as you can see, that's almost completely full up again. So that'll get triggered here. And this is just a simple, wash it down the hole thing here. So that's what, that's my Furatex location. These other buildings are not mine. This is Eris. That one's Eris as well. He made a bigger tower. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. I don't remember if I showed you my kelp farm. Excuse me. Go into the kelp farm right quick. It's a little laggy. I get down to about 200 frames per second in this area. So if it gets a little choppy, that's why. Yeah, I'm complaining about 200 frames per second. This is as far down as it goes. This is level 40 right here. So from level 40 up to ground level at 65 there, or is it 64? I forget. And you can see there's some soul sand to help it get to the top. You see how fast that went. Then there's another layer. So 1, 2, 3, and then the next layer. And from here, you should be able to see all the way up to sky. That's a lot of bubbles. Really hurts a lot of people's frames rates. And it all comes up here, gets washed into the channel, and down into the collection chamber. So this area is mostly decorative, because, well, my section of the base is mostly industrial. You know, turtle, cocoa bean. You know, I've got my decorative fish pond, turtle pond here. Cactus. This has been expanded and expanded and expanded over and over again. You know, my golden shovel claim area goes all the way out to that post out there, so you can see I've got all this land here. It also protects my my spider spawner and my skelly spawner. And I forget how far this way it goes. But I know it comes past this wall. I don't remember exactly where. So nobody can mess with my stuff. The one problem I have is somebody got invited over and built this, and then like an hour later they got banned, but I'm not allowed to remove this. Somebody else built it, and even though it's been 2 months, I'm not allowed to remove this. And it annoys the hell out of me because I had plans for this area. But somebody come over and built right frickin' on top of me, and that annoys me. You know, if I could set fire to this and make it go away, you know, that'd be one thing, but server rules, somebody else built it, I'm not allowed to get rid of it. Even though they're well within 100 blocks of my claim. And I have another smaller claim over here that covers my zombie spawner and my creeper farm, which doesn't work. Anyhow, that's my Furatex, or Furatex? Not Furpile, that's someplace else. Anyway, that's this server and everything that's going on here. Some of the changes that I've made. Well, actually, that started off as 1 bay, then turned into 4. Then I doubled it again and made it 8. Now it's 16 bays of auto harvesters. I've got my chorus plant farm. This is for harvesting the flowers, making it easier to get to. Need to level this place out a little bit. Once you have a couple of flowers, you break here and replant. Oh, damn, that grew fast. My bad. There we go. So this is another NEM bomb thing that keeps them low enough that you can get to all the dang flowers. And it doesn't do bad, but it doesn't really do great. I usually have to climb up there to harvest at least one of these plants, the flowers off one of these plants, to be able to replant them all. But, I end up with 1 or 2 extra on occasion. So, it is what it is. My charcoal maker, which is one of the reasons I don't have any more wood, by the way. And this is real simple design that's been around forever. So, ever since the comparator came out, this is what, simple, solid design. I used mossy cobble because I had it available. chicken cooker. That's another one of those classic dispenser things going on. I changed it, instead of having a static lava, is I trigger it till the chickens catch on fire and immediately turn it back off, because when they die, half their stuff jumps up and that can go into the lava. So that's there. Also, the hitboxes for hoppers has changed. It used to be it was a solid block here. Now I can get to that dispenser from here. Well, baby chicks can climb up in there and use that to escape, which is annoying as heck. So when I had a slightly different dispenser system, they were climbing out and getting out of the chicken cooker and avoiding their fate. So first thing I did was I put Charlie up in there. Sorry, Charlie. So that they would stay put, because they'd try and get, stay close to the nearest adult chicken. Then I, moved the dispenser from here off to the side so that they would not escape anymore. Well, that's pretty much it. That's a heck of a lot more than I actually wanted to show you. I didn't expect this to be an hour long of wandering around in here, but it is what it is. And that's Minecraft Mondays. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Let me see if I can do this right. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'm going to bid you a good day. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, the little bell icon, leave a comment below so that YouTube can show interaction, and they'll let you know when I upload more stuff. If there's stuff you want me to build, places you want me to go, or whatever, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try and get around to that. If you want to support the channel, feel free to donate via PayPal to straycat_74@yahoo.com. And that will definitely help me. Stay tuned tomorrow for Tuesday Tank Day, and I'm going to try and get a little bit more, regular on doing that. Fallout Fridays is still going. I actually haven't done anything on Fallout Friday since last episode, because I did a lot of that off camera. And, well, if we're going to be running quest lines, leave a suggestion as what quest lines you want me to take. I still haven't taken up the Brotherhood of Steel on their offer of joining, so, if you want me to go Institute or Minutemen, well, I'm already in the Minutemen. I'm practically in charge of the Minutemen right now. Or Railroad is the one I was thinking of. I do have the Far Harbor DLC, so I can do that. Nuka World, if you want me to go there. Yeah, guys, let me know what you want me to do. And otherwise, I'm just going to keep muddling along and mucking it up as usual. So anyhow, like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, send me money. I need it. And I'll catch you next time. I need to, wait a minute, where's the thing? There. I need to move the mouse to get over here. See you guys. Chat at you later.